Hello, professors and fellow students. My name is Lucia and I'm in Group 9 with Daniel and Billie. This is our Assessment 2 presentation on the best female founder of the 21st century. In this presentation, we have selected 3 female founders and gathered information on their early life, their successes, their failures, and the journey that they have experienced to get to where they are today. After much discussion, we have come to the common opinion on who is the best female founder of the 21st century and the traits, skills, characteristics that they possess. I hope you enjoy the presentation.
The category that we have chosen to judge today is the best founder of the 21st century, more specifically the best female founder of the 21st century. We wanted to pick something specific within the industry, such as female founder, because it allows us to just delve into their journey a little bit more and really look at what got them to where they are. We look at how they got to where they are, their journey along the way, but more importantly, what they actually do with their success and how that impacts their industry or the world around them.
The criteria that we utilize in this assessment to evaluate which one is the best founder of the 21st century was based on the key traits that we used in the first assessment. So these key traits are perseverance, so how persistent is the entrepreneur in order to take this product or service out to the market, and how strong this founder is going over obstacles. Also, the impact that this product or service has on people, and how this product or service changed the actual way that we see the world. Also, we checked on the beginning back of the entrepreneur. This means in which way the entrepreneur gave back to either employees, customers, etc. How the entrepreneur gave back the success that this one achieved. And that's it.
Oprah Winfrey is an American television personality, actress, and very successful entrepreneur. She is best known for her talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. She has had an extremely inspiring journey to fame and fortune and has been named the most successful woman in the world on numerous occasions.
The second selected entrepreneur was Sarah Blakely. We chose this entrepreneur because of the impact that she had on society throughout her journey, and also the key traits that she possessed as an entrepreneur, showing her as a woman, that can get over any obstacles that are presented in her career.
Zhang Xin is a philanthropist, innovator, and pivotal founder of the 21st century, particularly in respects to transforming Asia's building structures and introducing how to utilize technology and creative architecture to suit intended purposes. This results in her business efforts being a significant part of China's innovative history.
Now that we have an understanding of who Oprah is and what she does, we're going to briefly touch on her early life and the experiences that she had that have shaped her into the resilient person she is today. So Oprah was born into poverty in rural Mississippi and was raised by her grandmother. She was then, as a teenager, moved to live with her mother, who lived in an even more extreme state of poverty. While she was living there, a lot of extremely traumatizing things happened to her. She was sexually assaulted by male family members and got pregnant and lost her baby. She then decided from that point on that enough was enough and went to live with her father. From then on, things started to look up. She went to university, she created a network of friends, and her passion for public speaking started to brew. Oprah's teachers and peers saw potential in Oprah from a very young age, as she was extremely well-spoken. She was actually scouted for her first radio job at just 16 years old. Soon after that, she was offered a superior job as an anchorwoman, which she loved and commenced for 6 years, but just knew she wanted something more. She was actually asked to do a segment in that role, interviewing people, and after that she immediately fell in love with interviewing people, and that's when she decided that that's what she wanted to do. So she packed up her things, moved to Baltimore, and started her first show, which was called The People Are Talking. This gained a lot of traction, and she decided to reinvent this business into what's known today as the Oprah Winfrey Show. So that's how the show came about, and that's her personal founder's journey story. The Oprah Winfrey Show was first launched in 1968 and was screened on over 120 channels. It had a worldwide audience of 10 million people and made $120 million in the first year of its launch. The show was something people had never seen before. It was not the traditional talk show. It was created to inspire people and educate people through other people's experiences. Oprah is as successful as she is for many reasons, but she claims that she owes her success to three qualities in particular: not being afraid of taking risks, trusting your instincts, and having vision. The reason society fed off Oprah's product so well is because she wasn't afraid to show authenticity, and she essentially created a product that was the first of its kind. Oprah Winfrey today is worth $2.6 billion USD and was ranked the most influential woman in the world in 2007. Oprah Winfrey is definitely one of the best female founders of the 21st century. Although we are focusing on the 21st century, Oprah's philosophies, philanthropies, and strength as an African-American woman will go down in history.
Sarah Blakely was born the 27th of February of 1971 in Clearwater, Florida. She was raised by her mom, Ellen Blakely, and her dad, John Blakely, which were the people that Sarah attributed her success as an entrepreneur due to the mindset that they gave her. So, Ellen will be an artist, which made Sarah develop her creativity a lot. And on the other side, her dad was a trial attorney, which helped Sarah with a lot of traits, but the one particular one is that he told Sarah that failure wasn't a bad thing, wasn't a bad thing, he told Sarah that failure was something that we could learn from, and that is okay and good to fail, actually. Sarah started her career as an entrepreneur when she was 27 years old. At the time, she was a door-to-door saleswoman. She was selling fax machines, and her idea came out of a problem that she actually had as a woman, and her problem was the typical lines that you see on clothes from the underwear's lines on clothes. So she had this problem, and one time she just cut off the feet of pantyhose, and then she put pants on, and she saw that the lines were disappeared, and she felt fantastic, she felt empowered, she felt beautiful. So after that, she developed her prototype, and she got to this model, which is what we know nowadays as Spanx. And it's curious because at the beginning, Sarah only had $5,000 to invest, and she had to pay the patent, she had to pay a lot of things regarding to the brand. She actually tried a lot, and she tried so hard to get someone to invest and to make her patent, but no one was interested because they wouldn't think that was a good idea. So she actually had to write her own patent. She went through a lot of obstacles, and she got over all of them, which shows how good are the traits that she actually has, and how persistent she is when she has an idea. Also, we nominated Sarah because she is a really, really good leader. She gives a lot of support to her employees, and she contributes to a lot of different women campaigns as well. And she basically changed the world, empowering women and bringing this product to the market and showing the world that women are capable to do anything.
The third nominee we'll be discussing today is Zhang Xin, who is famously known as the woman who built Beijing. She has a net worth of $3 billion as of 2022, and her professional and personal journey really shows how she got led to her success now. Her parents grew up in the Cultural Revolution in China, and then when she was 14 years old, they moved to Hong Kong, and her mother worked in a factory to support the family, and she attended night school to further her education. Education was very important to her, so she decided to move to England to attend university and ended up graduating from Cambridge University with a master's degree of developing economics, even though she couldn't speak any English. Then she went back to China and ended up meeting her now husband, Han Shi, who was a construction worker, and this is where the idea of a real estate startup was founded. Soho China was established in 1995, but took a few years to get off the ground, and the initial idea was a smart home office environment, so somewhere where you can work and live fluidly. When they began this venture, China was not modernized in any way, and now Xin has built more than any Chinese emperor, with her buildings covering over 5.5 million square feet across Beijing and Shanghai. Her characteristics have always been quite direct in the way that something either works or it doesn't, and what they're going to do about it. She ultimately fell in love with architecture, and her passion really came from her love of architecture. Now she builds beautifully structured buildings as well as somewhere that is effective to live and work. Xin's innovation, leadership, and open-mindedness is epitomized through her finding and employing creative architects from around the world who won't be employed by commercial developers for having too much character. Ultimately, she sees this as an opportunity rather than a threat to combine creative minds to create something beautiful. Her structures are designed to be the face of the city, and she often talks about how when you go into Beijing or Shanghai, her buildings are the first thing that you see and really speak to the city itself. She also wants her buildings to be a representation of China's innovative history, like how the Great Wall of China is for them now. Her business is structured around globalization and digitalization, really showing her forward-thinking ways of combining new technologies to create what she has with her business, Soho China. When she was asked if her leadership skills were innate, she said, "You start with a little and grow into it," which is really reflective of her business culture and how she believes in constantly learning and developing to be the best business that you can be. Oprah Winfrey is one of the best female founders of the 21st century because of her successes, achievements, and philanthropy. Although her efforts are not discounted, Zhang Xin is largely responsible for the creation of modern China, resulting in China's rapid development that is catching up to the Western world. So we are awarding Zhang Xin with the best female founder of the 21st century. The winner of the Best Founder of the 21st Century Award goes to Zhang Xin. After analysing and understanding Xin's story, we become exposed to how much she had to overcome and the impact that she has had within her industry, as well as the multitude of opportunities she has created for young, aspiring Chinese entrepreneurs. She is highly successful in her business culture, structural creations, and philanthropic efforts, making her the best founder of the 21st century.
Sarah Blakely contains several great characteristics as an entrepreneur, which makes her a big example for entrepreneurs of the 21st century. The huge impact that she had on society, and especially on women, was what makes her one of the greatest candidates to the position of the best female entrepreneur of the 21st century. However, the impact on society that the sanction had was enormously bigger than the impact that Sarah Blakely had in the world. That as a group, we actually think that Zhang Xin is the person that should be selected as the best entrepreneur of the 21st century.